is intended for a mature listening audience. Graphic and explicit language may be heard at times. The views expressed and opinions given by the individual hosts and their guests do not necessarily express those of this station or sponsors. Listeners are advised that neither the station nor owners and agents will be held liable for the content of this program. Rebroadcast, redistributed, or reused without the express written permission without the host or producer is not allowed. You are listening to Family Spirit International.
Hey, it's Lee Triana. Welcome to Family Spirit International. Haven't had a show in a while. Just been so busy and I've been super sick. And so it was time to start it up again. Today's the day. Blaine will not be joining me tonight. We went to a little paranormal get together with a bunch of friends. And he's just gotten back home, so he's going to spend some time with his wife. However, I do have my my case manager from Family Spirit, Gwen Johns, and she's the one that actually came to the event with me. And hopefully Chris will find his way on. I'm going to bring Gwen on, and I've got some photos of the battleship North Carolina to show everybody. And I think you guys are going to find some of these videos really interesting. Okay, Gwen, I'm going to add you now. There you are. How you doing?
Okay. How are you?
Doing okay. Are you still tired like me?
You know what? I napped a lot today. I'm trying to get my camera up. I don't know why it was acting up. I had talked to you about it. It's
yeah.
weird. So I think it's going through my phone now.
Okay, good.
So well, better than nothing.
Yep, that's good. We're good to go. So, what made you want to go to the event?
I love history and had always wanted to do a battleship. I have done like a submarine and a couple of different, of the older boats. I don't remember the exact names, but I just was very interested, wanted to go, and I was like, yes, please, me.
Yeah, that's how I felt too.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to see another piece of military history.
Yes.
I've enjoyed investigating different places that have military background, that kind of thing. So
yes.
I just knew it would be an interesting place. I knew that it would be, I guess it would be something that there's so many trigger objects there.
Yes.
And even though there's only 5 people that actually passed on the ship itself, there were over 11,000 soldiers that passed in North Carolina in World War II.
Yes.
And so, those are the people we're recognizing. That is the state memorial for all of those people. So, what we ended up discovering there was really intense. I didn't expect it.
I didn't either.
I didn't think that it would be as endearing and lovely as it was. I expected it to be, I don't know. I thought it would be more residual in nature, where it wouldn't be a lot of interaction. It would be more of us observing what we saw. So I found it very intriguing.
And we made a new friend.
Yes,
more than one. That was
awesome. Yes, we did. Let's see. I'm trying to go to comments. Let's see who all we've got here. How you doing, David? Hello, Tom. Archangels of the Paranormal. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
We are discussing the battle.
Sorry, Chris is actually saying he doesn't have the way you sent me the link. Can we send it another way?
Tell him I'll send it to him on WhatsApp. If you'll do that.
Yes, I absolutely will.
All right. So I just sent We're discussing the Battleship North Carolina investigation. And so I'm really excited. I'm waiting impatiently for Chris to come on because he caught a big piece of evidence,
Yeah, I
a
like that.
very big piece of evidence. And I want him to be able to, I'm trying to get the picture loaded now because he sent it to me and I didn't get it at
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Let's
I don't have an
see.
iPhone, and for some reason, mine with the Android, it didn't come through exactly right.
Well, I've got something here that's not right. Mm, let's try that again. StreamYard. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I put it in the group. Hopefully Chris will grab that and come on over. Come on over to the party bus. Woohoo! So I'm downloading some videos now. What we tried to do was just give whomever we may be speaking with in spirit. We wanted to give them the utmost courtesy and respect. We wanted to see what
Yes.
things were like, see if it um, took us to uh, what's the word I'm looking for? A time capsule, or something along those lines. And it did. It
It
absolutely
did.
did, and more.
Oh, yes, and more.
I think that one of the things we should talk about to start with is Dennis.
Oh, he was great. I'm trying to set my camera
It,
up here since it won't cooperate. There we go.
yeah, it takes a minute to get everything in line, but I've got a lot of pictures here that are not of the ones that Chris took. They're just
Mhm.
pictures of the thing itself.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Dennis was great. I don't think he knew what to think of us at first,
No,
but it
he's
took him a
seen so
second.
many people. He has seen
Yeah,
so many people.
yeah, he has,
And I
and he
think that he's
loves
gotten
that boat.
bored with it too.
Yeah, he loves the boat though, and it
Oh
is there
God,
to
yes.
show. I mean, he really does.
I feel like people doing the same thing the same way and not being an imaginative and all it's bothered him because he definitely feels these spirits on the boat. He knows, oh,
Yes,
excuse me, the ship. He knows that who they are or who they should be, and he also feels very close to them because he's a veteran himself.
he does.
And so he preferred for people to speak as if they're people.
And
Don't
they
speak.
are to us.
Yeah, and don't
Yeah.
speak as if they're, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't talk to them. "Hey, Tracy, how you doing?" There we
He
go.
wanted us to be respectful and treat it like they were standing there and they're a soldier, and
Yes.
they gave the ultimate for us. So
Yes, and, this battleship is in Wilmington, North Carolina, and, let's see, it's Chris! Yay, Chris!
hey, Chris.
Yay! So we've got, a lot of people here. I hear the baby. Hey, David.
Hey,
Hey,
Quentin.
Tom. Hey, Tracy. Uh, everybody that's watching, please share the link. Share the link over because we want to make sure everybody knows we're back. I know that we've got some people that have been watching the show and wondered what happened. I just got sick and went to the hospital, so I'd like for other people to know that we're around. Um, so the Battleship North Carolina is in Wilmington, and it was in every major naval offense in the Pacific theater during World War II, which means it has 15 battle stars, and that is the most that any battleship has had. This historic landmark is the state's World War II memorial to
Mhm.
over 11,000 soldiers who passed away in World War II. So it's a big deal This place is a very big deal to a lot of people. It's very reverent, and it's a lot of fun too. I mean, it is like stepping back in time. If you want to know about visitors' testimonials, you're welcome to go to battleshipnc.com. Um, a lot of people are explaining the history is so incredible, and they're featured. This thing has been featured in state newspapers for, Wilmington, Charlotte, Fayetteville. It's on North Carolina Trip. It's on visitnorthcarolina.com. It's been on every news station within that area, and they are sponsors. So, I mean, it's fantastic. You can plan a trip, you can plan a group, a guided tour, ship history, and for this one, we actually had the run of the entire ship, just us. So, yeah, we were very lucky, and that's another reason why I wanted to go. And a big
Yes.
shout out to Stan and Teresa Fikes. They are the ones that actually coordinated this, and they were able to get the battleship for us, and we all split the cost of the tickets and, to cover all the expense. And it was incredible. I do want you guys to know that there's group programs that happen on the battleship. They have ham radio programs, special events. So
Oh
there's
yeah.
plenty that you can do.
And I even thought it was awesome. They have yoga on deck. That is, I saw that and I was like, really? They do things for the community and just so you can get there, and experience it. That's awesome.
Chris, what about you? Why did you decide to come?
I just sorry I'm eating.
Oh, that's what I didn't see. I'm sorry.
All right. And I guess because my dad was in the Navy, and once you step on that boat, it makes you proud to be an American.
Yes.
With the battles that it's done been through, but to go in and see their living quarters, it makes you proud to live in a 1-bedroom apartment or
oh yeah,
So it's real. It was really. So that's why I wanted to go, and I'm glad that I did because
me too.
It's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, we had a great time. I'm so glad you came. I feel like it was a great way to remember your dad. It was a great way to spend time together. We spent time on the beach and it was overcast. So therefore I didn't really expect, what happened to me. And I'm a little bit toasty,
Me too.
just a little
Me too.
tender. And I've been using Ivarest for poison ivy because it has lidocaine in it. If anybody else has any other, besides, of course, we've got the aloe vera stuff after sun. So if anybody has any idea of what I could use on my sun-kissed arms that will take away some of this boo-boo feeling of ouchie, please send me a message or put it in the chat for all of us, because I think all of us got a little toasty. I'm actually adding videos that I took on my phone. Gwen has a brand new camera and she's coming back. She's actually dropped off for a second. She had a little trouble with her laptop computer camera, her new laptop, and she was using her cell phone. And I know her cell phone coverage is a little iffy. Hey, baby, we're doing the show. I got Chris on here and Gwen. Gwen's trying to make a comeback here. I think her phone dumped her out. Yep. So let's see if I can show a quick video. Oh, Gwen's back. There you are, baby girl.
Can you see me?
All right.
There
yes. Well, I see half of you. But
Okay.
first of all, let's see what all
Here
have
we
I
go.
got here. It's been a minute since I've done the show, so I'm trying to figure out what is that. That one is a commercial of about my book, Family Spirit, as well as Repossessed. And so I'm going to show this really quick because if you haven't watched Repossessed, do your girl a favor, get on Hulu, get on Apple TV or Roku, get on Disney Plus and watch Repossessed. If you've already watched
Yes.
it, watch it again. If you're going to town, put it on, leave it on, go to town, come back, play it all through for me. Do your girl a favor. We're trying to actually get the viewers up in the United States. It's finally airing sometime later this year, maybe the fall. We'll have to wait and
Yay.
see. In Canada, but it does have a schedule now, and maybe we'll find out about a season 2. So your girl is needing your help. Also, for those of you watching, I'm just gonna shamelessly just beg for everybody's help all over the place. If you guys have an Amazon account, please go on Amazon and look for my name. Just put Letriana Brown on there, and all 5 of my books will come up. I've got 2 that are Audible now, so you can just put it on going down the road. One of them I'm going to re-record because, as Gwen pointed out to me, it's a little
3.
robotic, and yep, so it's pretty cool. So if anybody would give me a review if you've read the book. If you haven't read the book, you can read it or listen to it, and please give me a review because it's not easy writing a book, and support your local authors, right? It's 98 balmy degrees in South Carolina. And when we were in North Carolina, it was a little bit cooler, and it would rain and then it's overcast and rain and overcast. So we didn't know we were getting cooked alive. But I will tell you, we had the best calabash shrimp and chicken at Big Daddy's, and it was
Big Daddy's.
intense. Big Daddy, so we're giving a shout out to them. So I'm going to pull up the Repossessed commercial and little spot that I did on Your Carolina. Like I said, pardon me for promoting, but this is what you have to do. I got to tell you what I need in order to give you more content. And I'm relying on you guys out there to help a girl out.
Generation ghost hunter and psychic. I'm sorry. Psychic.
That's right.
Lee Brown is with us. How are you?
I'm doing great.
And you started a club with your husband Matthew, and we do want to say we don't have a Mike, Gwen, and Tammy, a member of the
Right.
club. Oh, ladies, how you
Yes,
doing?
thank you for being with me.
Yeah,
The name of the show of the club is Paranormal Research Organization.
Oh, Gwen's
of the
there.
Southeast.
Okay, and of course you have so many things. I know you through what you do with our friends, the Mulligans and everything. But Lee, you live down in 96.
I do.
We had you on the show before. You write books on ghost stories, psychic phenomenon. Let's mention the books. Now, there's one nice full screenshot, Letriana Brown. But where are all these books available, and how many do you have?
I have 5 books now, and all of them are on Amazon,
Okay.
Walmart.com, Books A Million, Goodreads, and this is the trailer here.
This is a Hulu series, and there you are.
Yeah.
And this is on Hulu. What's the name of the series?
The name of the series is Repossessed on Hulu. It's also going to be aired on Canada's History Channel.
Yeah.
So,
Hulu on Spectrum and anywhere else you have access to it.
yeah. It's also on Apple TV. I found that out just a few minutes ago.
We'll pull that up. It's on now.
It is.
All right. Tell me about the books. Get real specific with it.
Right. So the first book that I wrote is called Family Spirit, 5 Generations of the Supernatural. And it's a book about my family. My great-grandmother and grandmother investigated ghosts. And then when my husband and I started picking up where they left off, we went back and we investigated the areas that they did.
Yeah.
And we compared evidence, with modern technology and then with the way that they investigated.
Well, and of course, touch on the other ones and the class that's coming up.
Right.
Your speech.
This one is Parapsychology 101, Beginning Your Journey of the Unexplained. And this is a book that I use while teaching at Piedmont Technical College.
You have a course.
I do. I have 2 courses this next semester that starts January the 23rd.
Okay.
And it's 6 weeks long. You can go through Piedmont Tech. Right now you would have to call. It's not on the website yet.
In Greenwood.
In Greenwood. But you can also take it through all the other tech colleges in South Carolina online.
That should be interesting.
Yes.
So books are available anywhere books are sold, I guess.
Pretty much.
And again, look for.
All right, so that's enough. I hope you guys could hear it. And yes, Gwen's on there with me and
Yeah.
Tammy Shaw. So thank you so much for being there with me.
You're
That was a
welcome.
lot of fun. And
He's a very
so,
nice guy too,
yeah,
surprisingly.
and that was one of his last shows. Jack Roper is now retired. So I'm very happy to say that, we were able to be on the show with him before he went on to go into retirement. Good for him, right? Good for
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
So, this is one of the books that I was talking about, Tales in the Dark. You can listen to it on Audible, and it sounds kind of robotic. So I'm going to re-record it myself so that I can do the poems a little better. But it's Tales in the Dark, and the illustrator is Rex Nielsen, and he is an automatic artist, which means that he can actually create a drawing. He doesn't know exactly what it's going to be, and then after he draws it, he'll know who it goes to, and he does galleries for that type of thing. He will be in Washington, Georgia, at the Haunted Fitzpatrick, which is July the 12th and 13th. So if you guys are interested, just reach out to me about that event. Here's the other book. So you think your kid is psychic, and it's a lot of fun as well, and we'll be doing some workshops on that one. It's about what do you do if you suspect that your child is a psychic medium or has any psychic abilities. All right, so this one is the family spirit book that I was talking about the most. And then that's the cover of Paranormal Underground magazine and they featured Mo and Marika and myself, and I really thank you for that. Okay, now on to these other events here. Hold on. That's the airplane that is on the Battleship North Carolina. These are some that I've just uploaded within just the past few minutes. I've got tons more, and I've got Chris's, and I really feel like you guys are going to appreciate what he got.
Yes.
Yes, the shirts, Tracy, the shirts were on television that you made, and Rex did a great job with the art in the book for me, the children's book. And Tracy, I do wish you could go to see about this ship. It was unbelievable. So here we go. That's one of the pictures. I got to get back over here to the thing
We
to
were
pull it
sitting
up.
right in front of it on that when we got a lot of good interaction.
Yes, when we were sitting
It was right that little
just
round
in the
thing.
front, right here, there's a little round. It's made of cement, and I have no clue of what went there.
You know what?
But
I
we were
think the anchor
sitting.
chain. The anchor chain, I believe.
Yeah, that would make sense. So we were sitting there, and we were talking to a spirit that we met in the torpedo room.
Hey,
Yes.
Let's see
boy.
what this.
Yes, Boyd.
Yeah.
Hey, I know he's probably here listening.
Hey, Boyd. We love you, Boyd.
Yes.
There's the one part of the ship.
Yes.
And do you see this huge gun that's got 3 cannons that stick out? That is called a turret. And we went in that turret,
Yes. Yes.
and we were able to meet spirits in the turret that had worked there before, and they were very, very proud of the work they did. And it is incredible because the little spaces, let's see if this explains. No, that's not one. The space that they had to fit in, me and my long ponytail and boobs would not go in that. I don't know how they did it. And the
they
things
loved
that,
it when you said that.
yes, they kicked the ball around and did all kinds of things. This is an example of Boyd. He turned the flashlight on. I took a picture instead of a video, but at least I've got that. And he was turning both balls on as well as the flashlight at the same time, showing off. And it was super bright. He really did a great job for us. This is part of Wilmington that you can see from the ship.
Yep.
I found it so beautiful.
It was.
So, Chris, how did you feel in the torpedo room?
a overwhelming sadness, I guess you would say. Um, Especially when we sit down on the on the bench
Yes.
that they have that's on the ship, that's made with the ship. Um, it is, sorry about that. It is it was a lot of sadness because it mentioned this was the last place that such and such was seen
Yes.
before.
Dennis, he said this is the last place. This location right here is the last place these soldiers were seen, and they died in the next room. And we went around that corner,
Mm-hmm.
and oh gosh, it was so sad. It was just so very sad.
You could
And
feel the sadness, really. I mean,
yeah.
Yes. And then I
Did
had
you see what I saw? Did you guys see what I saw? Did you get to see that full body
I
apparition? Because that
saw
was intense.
what I thought was Boyd go around the corner into that little cubby.
yeah, because after
Isn't
you
that
grabbed,
insane?
it took off.
Man, I flew. I was like, "Hey," and I went running. He saw me, and he saw that I could see him, and I think that's what kind of messed him up because he was like, and then he ran, and I was trying to go right behind him, but then I thought he doubled back, and so I was just on my way trying to get to him,
Well, that's when
and
he ran by me and went in the cubby little place. And I was like,
yep.
oh my goodness. And I turned in and it's like a wall. And I was like, okay.
Mhm. And then, but here's the thing: another spirit popped up, and he walked through the wall in the shower.
Yep.
So I have a couple of more pictures I'm uploading right now. I know I probably look kind of silly staring at the screen like this, but the I want you guys to see what a turret really looks like.
It is very different than you would think. To me, it was.
Yes, 135 men fit inside that turret,
Now, there's
and
more. We were in one level. They said it was more than one level, is how they were saying it to us.
Right.
well, there's 3 different cannons, and we were only
Mhm.
in with the one cannon.
Right.
And they were bringing it up from the bottom floor, those big
Mm-hmm.
missiles or whatever. And those guys were, pulling and going. And if it was hot, like what Boyd said to us, if it was hot, it was hot to them. If it was cold, it was cold to them. And then Gwen and I both, we were looking at each other and we felt like, ugh.
Yes.
And we realized, oh, he's trying to say, don't forget the boat's movements. And then after we acknowledged that, the feeling
Mhm.
stopped. So it was
Yes.
very interesting that the communication was that clear.
Yes. Oh, and
Um,
remember, I was trying to say, I wonder how the process worked. And we walked over there and saw it was a post.
oh,
Well,
yes, please tell that.
I was looking in the little. It was basically a window. That I guess that's plexiglass or something. But inside, you can see they have little, almost like little paper figures that show you like the men standing there, and it has a thing where it says the process. And I was starting to read the process, and I believe Chris, you were right there with me then when I was reading
Yes,
it.
he was.
And Lee was just a little bit over to our left, sitting there with the cat balls and stuff. And I started reading, and the more I started reading, the more Lee was getting the activity with the cat balls, and was it the flashlight, I believe?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
And they loved it because I was curious, and I was saying what their process was and getting the words right, and they were just loving it.
it
But
triggered
you could
them. It
feel,
did,
yes,
and the cat ball went off, and it went around in a circle by itself with it
yes.
on, and I just thought I was like, look, and they both looked over, and we were all so excited that we
That's
got that
when you
kind
made
of response.
Oh yeah, and that's when you made the comment about being a woman with the boobs and couldn't fit.
Yeah,
And they loved it. They were just laughing, and you could feel it light in there for
it
that
was
couple
like.
minutes. They
And they
liked
were
it.
so proud. We
Yes.
did talk about their size and
Yes.
their age, and I can see why they would have to have a certain amount of stamina, and have a
Oh
certain
yeah.
amount of size, diminished size. It couldn't be a big, broad-shouldered person in there. They wouldn't
Yeah.
fit.
No, they had
You
to be
know,
very slight, and even the height. But they were saying what they could get off 2 shots in a minute, and that's and
they were
sometimes
moving.
more. Yeah, and sometimes more if they were very experienced. And I've got it on my camera, and I apologize. We came home today, and I've got a good bit of, especially on my back, sun. So kind of
Yes,
little.
I was telling them how we got cooked. Do
We
you
did.
see those cannons? There's 3 that stick
Awesome.
out, and you can see the little man standing beside of it over to the right.
Yes.
See how little he is compared to that thing.
Mm.
So if each one of those cannon have blah, I can't talk, 30 to 40 men in each one of those guns,
Mm-hmm.
like they said, there'd be 135 people in that one turret. So between those 2, there's 3, and then the other 3, that'd be about 200, 270 folks in there in that. So, and those would be the smaller shaped fellas. It wouldn't be Boyd.
No,
Boyd,
Boyd was tall.
he created a situation where he filled up the whole door jamb. He was very big.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is an example of a time capsule that's
Yes.
where nobody can really get in there. Okay, and so it's sort of like set in time. I do want to go back to this because the size of that airplane, 2 of those could go inside of one of the bodies of the turrets. It was just,
Mm-hmm.
they were huge. There's the boat at night, overcast. Ship, excuse me, and that, of course, is Boyd setting the light on. Nobody was around. It was in the center of the where the anchor chains go.
Yes.
That goes around and around the circle there. So nobody could get to that to turn it off or on. So it was very interesting, and we had the head of security with us, and he's watched a lot of people investigate. He was real impressed.
He gave
And
you a
we've
very
already
huge compliment too. How you
Oh,
were
well, I
different than.
appreciate it. Yeah,
Yes.
he was very complimentary to our style. But there
Well,
you
that's
go. Now you can
beautiful.
see him in the day. Isn't
That's
that
beautiful.
beautiful?
Mm.
And David, you were asking the size of the ship. I'm hoping that these pictures of the ship itself will give you an idea. That's how big it is. Now there
Mm-hmm.
is no way that we could have covered that entire ship in one night.
Accord,
I,
according to the paper that they had, it could cover, if you straightened out 3 city blocks in a row. The boat would fit between those 3 city blocks all at one time.
that's a
So,
wow. That's a lot.
Yes, that's
and
a lot.
Well, can you see the?
they
Okay,
could,
you see the cannons. There's closest to the that tall tower, and then there's
Mm-hmm.
one further out, and then if you follow that strip in front of it,
Mm-hmm.
the airplane would be right there at that little red dot. So that should give you an idea how big that is. Here's you another one of those cannons.
But look how
Aren't they
small the
beautiful?
people are.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
It looks menacing, but you have to remember that there's 2 guys down in there behind
Mm-hmm.
each one of those cannons, plus there's a whole lot on top. Now imagine the thing functioning and the jarring, and then now add the water,
Oh, just that. Ooh.
swaying back and forth. Yeah, and then the hot and the cold of it all. I mean, these guys were living on adrenaline.
Yes. And it wasn't like it is now. They didn't have the technology to cool things like they did back,
That's
like,
right.
yeah, it's just awesome to sit there and think about it and to feel it when I was there. It was just, they were very proud,
Yes.
all of them.
So we went down into the torpedo room,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to go through these big doors that are like little gopher hole looking things. The door you have to do like this, so you can seal it
Oh,
off if you
you
need
have to
to.
step over, and it was, yeah,
Yes,
it
and
was a
some
lot.
of the doors came to your calf, about where your gym stock would stop.
Yes.
And then the other, or capri pants, you know, right where that would stop.
Or with
The
me, because
others,
I'm short to my knee almost. Yes.
right. And then there
Yes.
are others that came to over your knee. And then you had to kind of hike your leg and go over. So there was a lot to get to it, and there was no air stirring, and there was no air conditioning in some of these areas, and it was just real intense. And there were a lot of maps and documentation about more of the period of what it would have looked like if it was still being utilized as a battleship. So, you know, like I said, it was a lot like a time capsule. Now let's see if I can get this video to play, and then let's talk about how it, you know, how it made us feel.
You
Right?
did it. You did
Did
it.
you do the cat toys? Can
Yeah.
you light up the cat toys? Oh,
Good job. All right. So we can do yes or no. That's right. You were smart. So can you light the light up if you were a gunner?
I will return. I gotta go to the bathroom. So.
nope.
All right.
Didn't want to be set down.
Can you light it up if this is Boyd? Okay, Boyd. Thank you, my friend. I saw your name on the wall. Did you lead me to your name on the wall? Make it a little brighter. Okay, well, turn it back on if you led me to your name on that wall, because there's a lot of people on that wall.
Who's Boyd Hill?
Mm-hmm. Is that you, Boyd Hill? It's not you? Just take your time. We've got all night. Can you turn the cat ball on by bumping it a little bit? Oh, you did it.
Lights back on.
There you go. Good job, man. That is so cool.
All right. So what do you think about those? Pretty cool, isn't it?
It was good.
It
Very
was-
I've
good.
got some more pictures I'm downloading as we speak. Chris, did you feel like you got some interesting? I know that you got a piece of the evidence, you know what I'm saying, that was the one to get for the whole. I mean, it was the one. You know what I'm saying? It was the
Right.
one. And we're going to talk about that, but I want to wait closer to the end of the show about that one and I'm going to show it, and I'm going to take it down quickly because I want to make sure that nobody gets a copy of it until we put your watermark
Exactly.
on it.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Where
But
now where we were when me, you, and Gwen was in, and the ball moved.
yes,
Okay, I have a picture of there's one of where one torpedo is standing straight up in there, and I have a picture of how it would fold down and they would shoot it out of the cannon.
oh yeah.
I don't know if I sent that to you or not.
I don't think you did. I haven't moved a lot of those pictures out of there. What I'm doing is I'm sending them to myself and then downloading it to the computer.
Right. Okay.
I'm probably making it a little harder than it should be, to be honest about it, but I'm trying. I'm
And
still new to all this.
and I sent Gwen, I think I sent maybe you the picture of the soldier's picture.
Oh yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's the little small room where you were reading off of that sign, and the ball
Right.
moved and went around in circles.
I'm looking at some of my video on the camera now, and you can see it's going crazy. I wish I had uploaded it or something so I could have sent parts of it to you. But we
Well,
will.
we can do this again.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Let's get the evidence, and we'll do it. Like I said, I came home today and I was a little well done.
We all are.
A little well done. Chris, did you get a little well done?
Oh,
See, that's not cool,
I'm
man.
still very, very rare.
There you go. All right.
Well, I got a little toasted. My
did
shoulders
too.
are ouchy.
my
Yeah.
back. But thank goodness for Bactine. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been
Yes.
using Ivarest because I have it, and it's got lidocaine in it. So
Oh yeah.
I'm so happy about having that. And I'm getting some more stuff.
Do you have any
Uh,
pictures of when we were in the? Now there were two different rooms with all the names. I know one is the like South Carolina, but the other one too. Now when I was in there, and this is just my experience, okay, I felt like if we were all standing in a closet and it was so many people that we were
yes.
bunched and couldn't move, and I had
I
to
mean,
actually
right
say,
here
"Hey,
in
I
our
need a minute."
face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need a minute to get some air because I felt like there were so many people in there. We were just squinched up together, and it was just. And that's me, but it was just so overwhelming to me. That's why I looked at you guys and said, I have to go get some air.
We,
'Cause it
we,
was,
we were right behind you.
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
it was great. And when we found that name, his name, Boyd's name, and it
yeah,
said,
he's indicated he did not lead me to it, but I think he's full of doo-doo because there's no way I would have found it otherwise.
I think he did. Or
He's
maybe,
very,
yeah, maybe one of the other soldiers said, hey, he's not going to do it. I'm going to show you.
that
Maybe
might be
because
true.
they're all proud of
That's
each other.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
he
love
was
him.
he liked us and he liked communicating. And I do something. I don't ghost hunt or anything at my home, but I did turn my flashlight on because something was telling me to turn, and it's just going on and off, on and
Is
off.
it?
It
Oh
is
my
going on and off.
gosh.
It is. It's going on, and I don't know who it is, but um because I have my friends too here, but
Yes,
they
you
come
do.
and go. But yeah, it has been going off, and it's everybody knows my blue one. It's my little blue one, and it'll go on and off and on. The whole time we've been talking, and the more we talk about Boyd, the more it goes on and off. So that's kind of cool.
Maybe it's Boyd.
It could be because we told him. Remember, I told him several times. I said,
Yeah, we
"You
wanted him to
met us."
visit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said,
he's
"You
not
met us."
stuck there.
No,
He is.
you met
He
us. You
said
can
he's
come see us.
right. Oh, he's a friend.
Yes.
And for those of you that say, "Oh, you should," no, that's not how that works. If a friend is a friend,
Yes.
then it's not conditional. Oh, well, if you were in the flesh, I'd let you come over to my house, but now you can. So okay, so that means that you don't know how to love. That's what it says to me.
Mm-mm.
Hey, Christopher's here.
Hey, Christopher.
Hey,
I got my
you made
computer.
it.
I got my computer working right. It updated.
Yay!
Oh, I love you. I've missed you.
I missed you too. You've been sick.
I've been so sick. I had food poisoning, and for some reason my stomach would not empty that lemonade. It was lemonade that got me, and it had a bacterial infection in it. And it wasn't viral; it was bacterial and something else. But I bought a lemonade at a food truck, and they didn't have it refrigerated. They just took the lemon and cut it and had it floating down in there, and it had been washed properly, and it set me off. And so it took me a good long while to get straight.
Yeah, see, the bacteria that's in citrus is the same bacteria that's in the human bladder. See there?
See, and this is why we have you around. You're not just beauty. You're smart too.
Yeah, and you have a lovely people that are with you today.
Yes, let me tell you who they are. The lady here in blue, in the blue tank top, this is Gwen Johns.
Hey,
Please
Christopher.
send
Hey,
her a friend
everybody.
request. She's my love. She's our case manager for Paranormal Pros, and she's a member of Family Spirit and does pretty much the same thing for it as well. And she's already been on an exorcism, Christopher.
Oh,
Yes.
neat.
Yeah, and we need to talk to you about it as well, but not at the moment. And Chris is back, and he's got the ball cap on up there. And Chris Weeks, he's one of our extremely important investigators. He always is at the right place at the right time for some reason. He has turned into a paranormal photographer, and the stuff that he caught, we're going to have to just come back. I'm not going to put that picture up. I'm afraid somebody's going to take it before we
Somebody's going to get, and Chris, nothing against you, but I would love to save it so we can do it right.
Yes,
Because
that's where I'm at.
I have
it's
no
not,
problem.
yeah, it was meant for us. Our
I
little
can't
group.
wait to talk to you guys about that exorcism. I love that stuff.
I know you do, and we need to talk to you about that. Also, we need. Wait a minute. I've got something to show you. Hold on, I'll be right back. Christopher, will you tell him a little bit about what it was like meeting Boyd? Gwen saw him, and she's already talked about her part. So will you tell Christopher about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we were in was it the Spirit Room, Chris? And we had a couple spirits that realized that some of us could see them, and they were kind of trying to, I guess, hide or get away. I had one go around the corner, like in a little cubby and all, but there was this really big guy with dark hair, and he was big, and I'm short, but he was big, and we come to find out his name was Boyd, and he followed us through the rest of the ship, and we interacted with him, and he kind of hung out with us, and it was
Wow.
very, very intelligent in conversation. Very. Lee, I was
Huh?
telling you, very intelligent conversation with Boyd.
Yes,
Very.
we were able to describe to him what a residual haunting was, and I
Mhm.
had to apologize for the term haunting.
Yes.
But that's just the term. I mean, I can't change it. This is what it's called. He laughed about it,
He
but
did.
I didn't like having to say it to him because it seemed a little bit,
The
I don't know.
actual technical term for any type of paranormal event is manifestation, actually,
Hmm.
not
That's right.
haunting.
That's not as bad, but still, I'm talking to a piece of living history, a really good man, and I just hated to say the word haunting. But he did say that there were residual activity. There was residual activity on the ship, and then we went on to talk about what it meant to have a intellectual haunting, and then I talked about that's technically what you are. And
Mm-hmm.
he also went on to describe some dimensional things that happen there. He
Right.
talked a good bit about that. He was indicating to us that there were people that died in World War II, and this ship is actually the memorial for the entire state. So there were people that were in spirit coming there with their families,
Like a reunion.
like a reunion.
That's because I heard him say that part. I didn't hear
Wow.
I don't always hear everything, but I do hear parts of it. But he was, and
I
we were
just took my blood sugar. Sorry, guys. I was a little distracted because I'm feeling like I needed to check it. And I'm late checking it. I usually don't do it on the show, but since I'm starting to feel a little funky.
You might want to talk to your doctor about getting a prescription for one of these. It's one of the best things you'll ever get.
What is it?
Freestyle Libre 2.
Oh, okay. I'll have to tell you what I'm on. I won't do it right now, though, but I do want to show you something, Christopher. Uh-oh.
so proud. So proud.
Very
There.
awesome.
Do you see it? It's my doctorate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, in philosophy. And it's through the Christ the King College. I thought that would be something you would be particularly excited about because I know how you love studying the Bible and angels. And so this is through the trustees of the Christ the King's College, and they are part of the CTK College and a doctoral degree. And I got it the 19th of June.
You
And
very world renowned accredited school too.
yes, thank you. I know that you're aware of them. So, yeah, I'm still getting my PhD through University of Sedona, but I'm not finished with it. But I did a lot of theology type work and studying, and I sent all of that I had done with the University of Sedona, and they were able to acknowledge it and recognize it. So that meant a lot to me.
Good.
But I thought you might like it.
That's awesome. And I bet you could probably transfer your credits there if you'll do more studying.
Yeah, absolutely. They have no problem with that at all. So we went through a whole labyrinth of military rooms, all kinds of. We had to step through doors that are the kind that would latch shut. So, they were anywhere from the height of our gym sock we had to step over, all the way to like thigh shorts. that we'd have to kind of waddle to get across and pick one leg up, pull it across,
And get your arms and your backpacks in and scooch
Uh-huh.
around.
And then
Thank you for
turn
helping me,
on
Chris,
one
carry
foot.
all my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. So when we got to the torpedo room, it was pretty intense. Christopher, I'm going to show you just a few pictures I've already shown other people.
Love it.
Those are the turrets, and we went inside of one of them and investigated, and we had quite a good time. Gwen actually was reading some of the placards inside
I would
about the
love to be in
process. Yeah, at the process of what they did inside, and it triggered their responses. And they were very happy that she was understanding and interested in what they did. And so this is the size of the ship itself. It's huge. It's huge. Chris was just saying that if you took 3 city blocks and kind of stretched them out, that's how wide that is. Here's one of the torpedoes. Okay. Here's some more of the turrets. This battleship has seen 15 stars. It was in every major battle of the Pacific.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
it's
it has,
huge.
so it served
So
its mission well.
very much so. 5 people passed on this boat, but other than that, it held its own and protected. There's some of the torpedoes in the torpedo room.
Mhm.
And here's what the inside of the turrets look like. And these are the ones that would stand outside. Wait a minute, this is the torpedo room itself.
Yes.
So that's where Boyd would have worked. And you see, he's a good bit bigger in stature. These men are compared to these guys.
Yeah, those are the little paper people that I said.
Yeah,
I can't figure out what I call them paper
we can
because
call
they
them
are
paper
huge.
people because that's
Right.
it. But they were very small, and
Yeah.
and those are the younger sailors. And this is the size of the explosion that happened that caused the death of 5 different, what was it, 6 different soldiers.
I want to
So
say 6, but 5. I think 5. One was something
he was blown off the deck.
but yes, that's the guy because it was such a big,
Such an
yeah,
impact that created a
yeah,
vacuum.
and it just knocked him right off. That's what the other one
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, there was 5 that actually got killed by the explosion. One was blown off deck from the wave.
There you go.
So there were 6.
Rock.
You totally
Boy,
just
you
blew
totally
it
rock.
out. You turned the flashlight on and the balls at the same time. You are such a show off. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Can you? Look at the K2 going crazy. And we're out here in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing on anywhere.
Up.
Lights on, cat toys.
Cat toys. Please.
Can you do it?
I know, it's a cheap parlor trick, but we're really excited about it.
I think they're pretty cat balls. All the
They
different
are, they are.
colors. You're so cool.
So, Chris, that actually happened at the base of, hold on, I'm trying to get to we were here at the airplane, and you see those little pads there. Well, where did Christopher go? I was talking to Christopher, and he's not here anymore. Maybe he'll come back in a second. Well, anyway, for those of you watching, we were here in these landing pads there, and that's where that video took place. So,
Whoever is here with me,
Luna,
loves it. They keep
Luna,
turning that flash on it.
come here.
Luna!
She jumped and she missed. Come here. Quit pouting with me and come here. Luna. Well, she got it. She is such a little bulldog, aren't you? You're such a little bulldog. Here.
On the explosion that it had made, the hole, the guy did say the hole actually was 8 foot wide around in circle. So
Yes.
that's a big hole.
That's a big hole.
For ship.
And, it created quite devastation. They did make it to Pearl Harbor, and it took them 21 days, and then they took her back out to sea again.
But think about all that they have to do in 21 days. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's like many, but still. And back then, things were just basic more than now. It's amazing to me. That's why I love history.
Me
But I'm a
too.
little nut, but I do love it. Yeah. So I
So,
have the flashlight here and it keeps going off. And I was sitting here thinking, okay, who's talking to me? Because, and I can't, and I hear my little normal buzz, and whoever it is just won't tell me the name. So I was trying to figure out who it was, but I was like, somebody is very interested in this because they keep turning that thing on.
so the O'Brien is the one that the North Carolina was protecting. It was an aircraft carrier, the Wasp and the O'Brien, and the O'Brien was hit in the attack and was lost. But our boat, I say our because we were there, so I feel like we're part of it now too. It actually did take on that horrible damage, and we did lose, some soldiers, but it was fixed and went right back out. The
And I
Japanese torpedoes were the most lethal weapons of their type during the Second World War. So it really got us, and it
And
got
they
us
were saying
good.
the submarines were, following or intercepting. I'm not sure which one. But that's
and
and it
the
made it through to do much more.
Yes.
and according to the guy that was the security guard that was over the ship, he did say that the USS North Carolina was only hit one time, and that's what made that big hole. So the only one of the torpedoes from a submarine hit, and that's what caused that big hole in the side of a ship.
Yeah. And it was out of balance. And it took them less than 5 minutes to right the ship by balancing it with water that was taken in on the other side. So it's pretty intense. Um, let's see. I wanted to show you another picture. And when you look at these, just remember what we saw. Let's see if I can explain this. It makes it look bigger than what it really is, because we were going through and we just could not fit. If I had been any more claustrophobic, I would not have been able to make it. And he did say that there were a lot of people that, because of the heat, the darkness, and the close quarters, they just can't make it through. So I'm very pleased to say I made it through.
I did
And
too. Except for
yeah,
that one room where all the names were, and it wasn't too close. It was
that
just
was
all the
hard.
spirits were just so
Yeah,
many, so many.
absolutely. Now, I want to show you this guy, and you'll recognize him, Chris. Oh, Chris is back. Let me add Chris back.
Yeah, I got knocked off.
I saw that. I was talking to you, and you were gone.
I was like,
Okay.
woo, my network went down and everything.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're back. So I wanted you to see the torpedoes and how big they are. That would come probably to my chin. And here's the guys in the torpedo room. And that's how small of a space a lot of these guys had to work. And
Wow.
that's the size of the hole that got blown into it. And Chris, there you go. Recognize that guy?
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of him in his portrait right outside of the space where he worked all that time. And he's just a little fella. He did a great job. He sure did. And those are the bunks. Look how close, almost like cordwood stacked. Can you imagine?
Yeah, you should see the bunks of the new ships now. They're nice.
You see the red light back in the back here?
Yep.
Okay, well, the lantern has a base to it, and on the base it says blue, but the light itself is red. So this is a little bit of trivia for you. Do you know why that is the way that is?
Probably to prevent sleeping, right?
Well, the blue was listed on the lamp base itself, lantern base, because at the time, blue light was thought to be the best thing to work in a night environment, a dark environment. But studies were done later in the 40s, and it was discovered that red light is better in the dark. So even though it said blue from previous installation, they had changed the lights to red.
Yeah, thanks to medical science and research.
That's right. Okay, and this is Dennis,
Yes.
and this is a very small section. It looks large because I leaned back to take the picture, but they were within arm's reach of us.
Yes, they were.
Wow.
So yeah, there was a lot of not a lot of space we were dealing with there. And I thought I would show these to you as well. It's coming up.
That
There
ship
you go.
served those men and women very well. It kept them safe.
Yes. And they know that. I mean, some areas of the steel is 10 inches thick,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still bubbled and blistered during that explosion. So yeah, it was intense. Oh, good. Blaine says it's so rocks, and they are right.
I
Oh, and
love those
so
torpedoes.
luckily, Teresa Fikes, I just told everybody that, thank you to Stan and Teresa Fikes for
Yes, thank you.
setting all this up. Teresa said there are 10 people that died on the ship. And it's called the torpedo room because a
Ow.
turret hit it, but it is a bathroom because the torpedo hit it. Got it. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, the bathroom was pretty intense. I hate that Blaine had a lot of driving to do today, so
Oh,
he
yeah.
he is not with us tonight. But I'm just thrilled to have all you guys here and that we're talking about the event. So, do you guys? Let me get out of this picture here. Well, I'm gonna try. Let me try it again. Now we can see each other. So, overall, what did you think about your experiences there at the battleship? Who wants to
Go
go
ahead, Chris.
first? Go ahead, Gwen. Oh, Chris. Go
Huh?
ahead, Chris.
Yeah, go, Chris. You do it.
I think overall it was amazing.
I thought so too. It was.
Not necessarily well, everything was amazing. I mean, even down to where there were places he wouldn't let the public go, but we could.
Yeah.
Everything
Right.
was open. We even me and Blaine even climbed the stairs all the way to the top and went to the cabin of the captain's cabin, and
Wow.
that was really amazing because it was just as neat and tight as it would be in a picture.
Wow.
Wow.
It was really, really amazing. And I mean, I don't know no other way to say it, but I mean, I think I would love to take more of my family down just to see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, I mean, it's like eating watermelon or something for the first time. You want more of it, and I want
That's right.
and I want to go
Yes.
back to get more of it. So yeah, it was so really. I honestly thank y'all for the invite because I greatly appreciate that.
Well, I'm glad you came. I had a blast with all of you. And, Blaine did a good job leading his team. I think that each one of us, played a big role in being able to uncover some of the history of, that these soldiers wanted to tell us. I really do. They had a lot to say. And one of the reasons, and I want to just throw this out there, one of the reasons why this thing has so much paranormal activity is because it is a memorial for the entire World War II for this state. And Boyd did indicate to us that the other, people that are in spirit, that are, veterans of World War II, they do come there. They do like to come visit.
And you know it. One more thing, Lee. It wants me to go to more memorials for
Yes,
different.
I do too.
I mean, yeah, we've been to the one United States Navy. What about the Army or the Marine Corps or
Mm-hmm.
Air?
Yes.
I think
Army, aviation,
I think
Air Force.
I think there's spirits at every one of those sites that want
Mhm.
to talk to people that they
Yes.
haven't been able to talk to in years.
Yes.
I
So,
agree.
and I think that's the best thing that we do is talk to them, because if
Giving
we
them a voice again,
right,
showing them love,
Mm-hmm.
and
showing
there's
them respect.
right,
Yeah, and just appreciating that they're interacting with us. That is wonderful.
and even their mom or their dads or their brothers or sisters or daughters, sons, get their flag saying, "My dad, this is the
Yes,
president of the United States that he give me for my dad because my dad's in the ground." Does he get to talk to his dad? Does he know to talk to him? Who knows? Go
that's
and
right.
I think it would be amazing to hear what Mike's dad had to say about little Mike.
Yes,
Or my son did this, or it's just me. But
that's right. They were so proud. All of them were so
Mm-hmm.
proud of the legend, the legendary work that they saw in their lifetime, that they were thrilled to be able to say, yes, I did this. And that's one of the reasons why they visit there.
yeah,
And, I'm just thrilled to have been able to have a glimpse, just to have a quick glimpse into it. And, I definitely, one of the things Blaine said while he was there was that he wanted to come back every year as much as he could to see them and to show them respect and love. And,
That'd be great.
I think that's a great idea. I think Stan and Teresa have started a tradition.
That would be awesome. Yeah, and maybe next time, because it is so huge, and just maybe next time we could go places that we didn't get. This time we didn't go. Like that one room we wanted to go to, Lee, but it was just we were worn out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we were. Ooh, it was rough. Okay, Blaine's asking. He said, "Gwen, tell our story, the funny story."
All right, you gonna tell me which one? Because there are a couple.
Yeah, you have to give us a little bit of a hint. We did not visit the wishing well, Teresa. I wish we could have,
Oh,
but
we didn't.
my candle blew out. I'm sorry. I was tired. Okay, Queen Elizabeth should be nice. Queen of the ship. I don't know if there's anything like that, David, but that's nice to say that. Um, I do want to play this for you guys. Hold on.
Yeah, Blaine.
John Watt.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, shoot me a message, Blaine, about which one.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to play this video in the memorial room. And like Chris was saying, the memorial was so touching and so intense. Maybe this will help you have a little bit of an idea of what it was like for us. Now, wait a minute. I'm trying to find. No, that's not it. Give me just a second, y'all. I'm not super quick on this. Okay, here it is.
John Watson, William Skelton, Leonard Pone, Ingwald Nelson. Ingwald Nels Nelson. That's Swedish.
Yes, it is.
Do we have a Swede here?
Ingvald, are you here?
Oh, Hall of Honor. They got them in here by the different counties.
Really?
Yeah. 11,000 soldiers lost their lives from North Carolina in World War II. No, all the soldiers.
So that's an idea there. Gives you an idea. Here are their names. I may have not said them right, but there they are. In hallowed memory and in tribute. And these poor souls lost their lives. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. They're all listed on there. So there it is.
They really preserved that ship really well.
Yes, they did. Put a lot of effort into it. Lots of effort. I got a few more photos to show you guys of the ship itself.
Oh, that's in the
And
turret.
yeah, that's inside the turret.
Yeah.
And this is on the other side of where that plane is.
Right.
Okay. And let's see if I have another video. Let me see if I do. Do I?
Rock.
You totally just blew it.
Rock.
You totally just blew it. Oh,
I have two. I have both of those downloaded. Sorry about that. So we are currently working really hard to put together a new ghost hunt for next season.
John.
Sorry, not next season, but next class. The next class starts. I'm trying to get that off the screen. Y'all just bear with me. Jeez Louise. Maybe if I click it. No, that didn't work. It's an overlay. Which one is it? Got it. Okay, so we're working on the September class. It starts September the 17th, and it looks like it's going to be really fun. And we're going to be doing some things, not just with supernatural, but we're going to do some things in a particular field trip in relation to psychic ability. So I've already set the Facebook event up, and I've started inviting people. So the event, if you see it, share it. And there's a big special announcement that the classes from now on will be online as well as in person.
Yay.
Wow.
Yes.
I'll be there.
Yeah. So we have been doing some, virtual classes, and we've enjoyed doing some of those, but we will be able to, moving forward, to be able to do both and have people on the screen, as well as having they'll be recorded to where I can push them out, and also have some guest teachers like we have, but just to continue doing that. I've got some people lined up. Also, Tom Gormley, I hope that you are still watching. Let's see. Teresa wants to know, did we get to see the giant computer room? I did get to see that, and there's a couple of pictures of it. It doesn't do it justice because it's a whole lot to it. I did see the one that looked like the old-fashioned pencils and everything were still on the table, and the old even staplers.
Oh, they had a pack of Camel cigarettes. That was in a Hershey bar. I
Yeah.
thought that was, I loved
That was
it.
right on. And so Teresa's saying she's interested in doing the class. I appreciate that. I wish you would, because we can do this virtually now. And if we can get some spots where there's more than one person, we can even do a ghost hunt. We can go there and do a ghost hunt in conjunction with the class.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you do come and do it. Also, once a month, starting on, let's see, where did it go? August the 17th, we will be doing Friday Fright Night. And this is something brand new that I worked on today with Piedmont Technical College. And Friday nights at probably about 6 to 8:30, we're going to do serial killers and psychoanalysis of their particular problems. We'll be looking at it from the standpoint of an FBI profiler and also from a supernatural standpoint. So once a month, we're going to do that. The cost is just $15, and for an hour and a half. And so this will be done in person as well as virtual. And we're going to do it once a month. So if you want to, eat pizza in your PJs and get you a good Dr. Pepper or whatever it is you drink and turn this on with us, you can talk to Thomas and some of the other police detectives and FBI agents that work with these types of cases. I've got a Canadian Mountie that's going to come on and talk about some of his stuff. And at the end of the quarter, the last part of the year, after we finish up before Christmas for the Friday Fright Night, we are going to have an event, and it's going to be at a location that had one of the biggest serial killers to date, and prolific, I should say, not so much. Not the number of people, but how she killed. And yes, she was a female. So we'll be talking
I would
about
love to
her.
give EVPs on that one.
Yep. You'll have to come and join us, Christopher. Tracy Rizzo said her grandson just finished a psychology class that covered all of the serial killers and what issues they had. Wow, that had to be quite a class because there's a lot of serial killers.
I've
That's
always,
pretty.
I've always wanted to hear or go back and see of all the things that Pee Wee Gaskin done, and the people that he killed, and
There's so many. There's
Oh.
so many that we don't know.
Yeah.
But there is a location that is haunted by victims of Pee Wee Gaskin.
Oh yeah.
And his grandmother owned the property. And so he was putting people out there. But he would bury them along the stream or near a river because it was easier. The wet sand was easier for him to dig. He was that small. There's a pretty kitty.
I know he buried a lot of them. And the ones that he buried a lot of in the swampy areas, a lot of them floated back to the top after Hurricane Hugo hit in Myrtle Beach.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah, a lot of them floated back out. So,
well, those of you watching, please send me messages of serial killers that you would like for me to cover with our Friday Fright Night. I would love to be able to cover some information that you are interested in. But we will be doing Pee Wee Gaskin first because this is a class in South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And then there is another serial killer in South Carolina that was very prolific. And we will be ending 2024 with a ghost hunt at that location.
I know of him, and I think I've talked to him before in spirit.
Oh, wow. Well, Christopher, you're fantastic with being able to speak with spirits, and EVPs that's your specialty. Now, Christopher, clearly photography is something he's good with because he just caught something intense. And I'm so happy to.
Now I got with Blaine and found out what story. So
yeah, what was it?
Okay, Chris, do you remember we were sitting outside the night before Friday night? We're at the hotel.
Okay, you tell
Saturday
them.
night.
I know
No,
exactly.
it was Friday night. We're sitting at the hotel the
Yeah.
night before that, and we're sitting out there just Lee and everybody had probably gone to bed, and we were sitting outside. And,
Oh, Friday night. Yes.
yeah, hanging out, and a guy that works at where we were staying was out there hosing something off. And we were, like I said, we were just sitting there, just and we had our necrophonic on, one of my favorite things, Blaine too, and we were talking to different people, and I have a couple that come around me, and we were doing that thing, and this guy looked at us, and you could hear it, because it kind of echoes, and you do it, Chris. You say what he said, because he looked at us and he said, "Go ahead."
Oh Lord.
He said, are y'all? So how did he put it? Are y'all trying to get spirits, haunted spirits here, or something other like that?
Y'all trying to bring haunted spirits here?
He was like, "Are you guys?" Oh my goodness, Blaine! I wish you were here, because I can't remember the exact words. But he was asking us, "Were we doing like paranormal stuff?" And we were like, yeah, we're doing that. And Blaine can tell it better. My brain just, I don't know right now. I've got one of my little spirits.
I think we're all super tired.
It's moving around. Yeah. It somebody's wanting me to tell us something. And I don't know what it is yet, but they're giving me a little brain fog. But yeah, they were like, y'all doing that spirit, supernatural stuff. And we were like, yeah. And he's like, are you bringing spirits here? And we're like, no. And Blaine goes, no, they're already here. Yeah,
I bet
no, they're already here. And it was just so funny. And this guy's eyes got huge and was like, oh, and then he did his little thing and he put it up and he left. And we were just cracking up for a weekend. It was
there, so
that's funny. Oh,
but I was
Lord.
looking right at him and his eyes got huge, like, oh my God, they're here. They're already here. Yes, they are.
Wow.
It was so funny though.
I tell you, I have a favorite little friend that lives in Wilmington, North Carolina. I would have loved to have had a moment like that.
It was awesome. We knew the rest of the weekend was going to be great after that, because that
Oh,
one guy
Blaine's here. Blaine's
Hey,
here.
Blaine.
Blaine, you want to come on?
Please tell it. You tell it. You tell it better.
Finally, he's here.
Y'all messed it up.
Yeah. Please tell it, Blaine. You are so much better at that one.
Okay, we were sitting out there doing our thing, playing with the necrophonic. Guy walks in and goes, are y'all doing some supernatural shit? Are y'all trying to haunt my hotel? I'm like, nope. It's already haunted. What? Y'all, all I saw was ass and elbows. That dude was back in that hotel so fast. I think we scared the living shit out of him. I really do.
I'm so glad.
Thank you, Blaine, because I tell you, I'm in a fog right now a little
Gave
bit.
him an attitude adjustment, Blaine.
He deserved it. He said that he got an attitude adjustment, didn't he?
Good job, Blaine. Good job.
Oh, that was I couldn't have wrote that in a script any better.
Oh, it was so cool.
Hey, Blaine, I appreciate the good time, buddy.
Hey, dude,
Me
it was a blast, and I'm sorry I couldn't be for the whole show.
Hey,
I'm just taking
It's
a few
okay. You're
minutes.
tired.
I'm wore out. I know y'all got to be too.
And my computer updated, and plus I got knocked off, so I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, he was on, and then he wasn't. And I'm talking to him, and he's not there.
Well, I was talking to you too, it like, woo!
He just poofed right off there.
But
Hey,
yeah, I want to.
Christopher, when I
sorry.
get my videos loaded up, I'm going to send them and see if you can get anything that I don't, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to do that with you too, Blaine. I got stuff to show you. We didn't go into a lot of our own pictures yet because we're still trying to process all that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Did I die because of the energy on that boat? But
So much. There was so much, Christopher. So much.
Well, I got tickled with Dennis, who was our security for the night. And he walked up to me and was like, dude, they must really like you. I've heard your name called at least 5 different times tonight. I'm like, yeah, that's normal for me.
I know. That is normal for you.
But
Now
I
wait a
had a
minute.
blast. I want to thank Stan and Teresa for inviting us
Yes.
on this. And
Yes.
like you said earlier, Lee, every year they do this, I will be there.
See,
Same
that's what I'm
here.
And
saying.
next time we go, we're going starting at the bottom of the boat and working our way up.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? It was so beautiful being able to look at the nature around it. I think it would be gorgeous to go in the fall when the leaves are turning.
Would it be
Oh,
cooler
and
too? Ooh.
the wind would be coming off that water.
Oh,
That would be
It would
nice.
be
It would make it a
nice.
little more comfortable too. Yeah.
hey, but we survived it, and
Yes, we did.
We have a war
we made
story.
we. Oh
Yes.
my God, do we ever?
You know what?
It won't be so ungodly hot.
It was. It really was.
So there was one part when we were in the torpedo room, it felt like you were in hell itself.
Yes. And they lived that. They lived it. I mean, and they couldn't like walk out like we can. So that's
No, when they went to their duty station, that's where they stayed till the end of their shift. And then they hobbled, got some food, and went to bed and did it all again.
and didn't they hot cot it? Isn't that what they call? Didn't they
Yep,
hot cot it?
it's hot caught it where somebody's sleeping in the bed, they get up, somebody else takes the bed over. So the bed's always hot. That's why they call it a hot cot. And the spirits on there, and I think this is funny because this is us. That Dennis was telling us. He said, if you disrespect anybody, I looked at him and said, okay, military spouse. I said, if you hear any of us disrespect them, I will personally walk them off the boat.
Yes, you did. And he looked at you like, I wish everybody said that. You know, I wish everybody was like that.
We had nothing but honor and respect for all of them because, if it wasn't for what they did, we wouldn't get to do what we do now.
That's exactly right. And they were all so proud
Oh my God, were they
of the
ever?
work they did, because I said something about them being a legend and this being a hot spot for them. You know, this is an incredible time of this was an incredible time to be alive, and you are part
Yeah.
of that legend.
Mhm.
And Boyd was that flashlight was really shining. He was so
And I can
proud.
tell y'all this, I've done this for a long time. And when we were in the memorial, the K2 meter,
Yes.
I know for myself it went on for 25 minutes straight. Then Gwen
Oh,
told me it was going before I got there.
It
Yes.
was
So,
like 30 minutes or more at least that it was just constant.
so we had almost a pure hour of a K2 going off, and that's unheard of.
Yes. And I have
And
some
that was
footage. Like I
amazing.
said, I apologize. I didn't get it on today, but I was just a little wiped out.
No,
And I
no.
will
We've
get
got
it
to,
on.
baby. We could not process it fast enough.
No.
Mm-mm.
There's just no
We're
way.
we're still trying to mentally process the whole thing as
Thank
well.
you.
Because that was a lot to take in, even for experienced investigators like myself and Lee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is like a honey hole right there
Yes.
for investigating. Because we wanted to hear their story, they wanted to tell their story, and they told it with dignity, honor, and pride. Let me tell you.
So the next time we go to the ship, I think it would be an honor for them if we did uh, the American, uh, something just kind of tuned to just a memorial for.
I think next time we go, we are going to be playing the Navy hymn.
Yes,
We
that'd
need
be
to do
nice.
something, and I would like to be able to. I'd like to. I think we should do a Native American blessing over them. You know,
I
I
did,
really
and
do.
I will do a one every time we go there.
yes.
But we will do a live one next time we go. I did this
Yeah.
all on my own before I even walked on the ship.
Yeah, I saw you.
But
I did too.
So these are the hallowed memorials here of the men that died. 10 of them that died on that ship.
Well, again, thank
And
y'all for a great weekend. I'm gonna go spend some time with Jennifer. I just want to get on here real quick.
Thank
Love
you,
you
yes,
guys,
Blaine.
thank you. We
and
Love
I
you.
love
will
Love
see
you.
y'all
you.
next week. Bye,
There's
y'all.
Dennis. That's who Blaine was talking
Yeah,
about
if
right
you
there.
go on that ship, you tell Dennis that we all love him. We loved it.
Yes.
He's awesome.
Yes, if you guys go on the ship, please let Dennis know we said hey there and we love you.
Hmm.
So while we are wrapping it up, because we've got about 25 more minutes, I'd like to end it just a little early so that we can use this in a as an encore show if we're not going to be able to do a show. It has to be under a certain time or it won't go.
Oh, okay.
So, but I wanted to show, I've only got mine downloaded, but I will be speaking at the Deep South Para Comic Con, and we'll be talking about the science of the spirit world and the workshops that I'm teaching. And Matthew's teaching a vintage ghost hunting workshop. They're only $15,
Oh yeah.
so it's well worth it. So she's made these posters. I know Blaine's got one,
Yeah,
but
he's got a couple, and I know you guys got a bunch. And anybody that comes, I promise, they will not let you down. It will be more than worth that money. More than
well,
worth.
the Fox family will be there. They were on the ship with us, and they're a
Hmm.
lot of fun. Jeremy Leonard from 28 Days Haunted and Ghosts of Shepherdstown will be there. Um, Goodness gracious, there's people that were Jason Voorhees, body double. Also, Jess Elliott, who investigated with us most of the night, who's a fantastic author and president of the South Carolina Writers Guild. She will be there with her books, and she does some paranormal investigation. We've got folks that are stormtroopers and the Imperial the Imperial Force of 20, I think is what it's called. They will be there in full regalia, as well as some of the rebellion. They will be there. Oh, good God, that's a picture of me. That's not a bad picture.
And we're gonna have all of Lee's books.
Yeah, remember what I said. Please go on Amazon and Books a Million and let's see, Goodreads, and because the books all over the place. Just put my name out there
Walmart.
in
I think you
Google.
can get them on Walmart, but
They
that is not
are.
a positive. Okay, I thought
They
so,
are.
but
So at least one of them is. So if
well,
you
I
would
have
go on
read them
there and
all.
please give
Yes.
me a rating, please be nice. Throw a girl a break, and give me a good rating, but support your local authors. I'm not like a whole bunch of people writing and a whole bunch of people editing together that can get these books out in quick time. I'm doing my very best and doing it by myself. So, if you would, help me out, I would appreciate it. I will also be at the, was it Spirits of, it's of July the 12th and 13th.
Yes.
Let's see.
I can't remember the name. I'm so sorry. Oh, and if you have not watched Repossessed, go watch it.
Yes,
Go watch.
please. Yes,
I tell
please. We
everybody,
are
go
trying to
watch
get a
it.
season 2. Please get our ratings up, and it is going to be airing in Canada before the end of the year, probably in the fall. So, yeah, we need all the support we can get.
Yes.
Let's see, where is the poster? Okay, well, here it is, the historic Fitzpatrick Hotel. There's a paranormal conference that is being sponsored by Hourglass Tours, Marjorie Linnell, and also Patrick Welch, who is the founder of Savannah. Can you see it?
A little
All
bit.
right. Here, let me work on this. Just give me a second. So please, take the time and see if you can come. It's only about an hour from Greenwood. And so you wouldn't have to spend the night unless you just want to. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be a fun event for a lot of people. Marjorie Linnell she's doing tours, and Rex Nielsen, who is an illustrator, he did my children's book. There's Kyle Cobb, who will be speaking, and Flip Sarahliz is also speaking. I will be speaking and teaching some. I will be teaching some workshops, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
You know which workshops you're doing yet?
As it is right now, it looks like it will be probably Parapsychology 101, the history of the paranormal. But then they also showed interest in the vintage ghost hunting techniques. So that's a possibility too. So
That would be good.
we haven't got it nailed down. They're pretty flexible on that. I think it's going to be along the lines of, this is what we'll offer, who is interested, and then whoever we have the most interested will probably be the one I teach, because I have both already prepared. Can't talk. Oh my goodness.
Hey, you want to show them a fun photo for our trip down there?
Yes, please.
Photo bombing. I don't know how to do this.
Oh, yes.
You remember that one?
Can you send it to me? Can you send it to me?
You.
Messenger.
We were on the way down there, and of course, our girl Luna, she's one of the
snoring in my lap right now.
Oh yeah, I thought I heard something.
That's her.
I'm trying to get to it, but yeah, this is one of them.
She's the fartiest, funnest little dog I've ever. She is a baby. She can clear a room with her farts, Christopher. It's so bad. And I love her so much.
2 pounds, and she's a little over 2 pounds.
Oh yeah, a whole lot over 2 pounds. And she puts her little paws up. I think you sent it. Let's see.
I just sent it again.
Okay, let me see if I can get it to update. Okay. And then I'll save it, because she thought she was driving the car, Christopher.
Oh yes.
She thought she was driving. Well, where did you go, Gwen? Did you text it to me, or did you send it to me in Messenger?
I just texted it to you. Do you want me to go?
Oh, I got it. I can
you get it that way?
There.
Okay.
Yeah, little Miss Luna decided they have their own car seat, Christopher. My dogs have their own car seat and stroller.
Yes, they like the stroller. So, oh, and I gotta give it up to Ginger. When we were on the ship, she saw the little man that I saw that was like patrolling.
Yes, thank you.
Coming in and out, and she saw him, and I got to give it to our girl Jennifer. Ginger is awesome. Yeah, she is.
She saw him, and he came over to her, and she bowed her head over, and he pet her. Yes, and then she cried for him whenever he walked away. He sure did.
Well, he kept coming back, so she was seeing him. I see her look over that way.
Yeah, he would see her watching for him and stuff, and he'd come back. So she was able to get through to him.
Yes.
When nobody else could. I really feel like she might have broken the ice for us.
I do too.
With some of these. This is so cute. I love this. It's a little blurry, but you have to remember we're going down the road, and she poked that little head up between me and Gwen.
And I was trying to snap.
Yes,
we were pictures.
Ta-da! Christopher, do you see him? Do you see her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, she's a mess. And here's another picture from the Paracon last year. A lot of fun. Here's the poster.
Fun.
Yeah, it will be, and I'll be happy to call you in, sir. So this is a Deep South Paracomic-Con. So I'll be very happy to, if you want to come in for a little while and speak with us and that kind of thing, you are more than welcome to.
Wow, that does sound fun.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're going to dress up. Well, I'm going to dress up for the horror part.
Yes, I probably will too.
If I had money to get a costume, I would use a white sheet with black eyes on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah?
The old-fashioned ghost costume.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to go as... Oh, Loki, lady, but I'm doing a lady Loki instead of regular old Loki. All
I
in
wonder if you can
green.
make a lady ghost from a sheet. I wonder if that can be possible.
So those of you that live near me, please consider meeting me at the historic Fitzpatrick Hotel. It's in Washington, Georgia. That's only 45 minutes from Abbeville. There'll be some people there speaking. Patrick has some starter ghost hunting kits, and which I think are great because when he teaches his,
We lose?
we lost Christopher. Not Christopher, but Chris. I don't know what happened. So hope you guys will consider going to this. You can go in and see the speakers and vendors for a $24.99 price, and then for $50 because the place is so small. They're doing a VIP price, and you can get your tickets. There's a QR code. I'm leaving it up as long as I can, so you can hover over the poster, use the QR code, and go right to buy your ticket. You will also get a T-shirt. So it's pretty cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that is the Deep South Para Comic Con in Ozark, Alabama. And there's games and guests, and there's the horror house. They've got Blaine is he's speaking. My husband is speaking. There's actors and stuntmen. There's just a lot of things going on with this event. The single spots are 10 by 10. And there's 125, that's $125, and 10 by 20 is 200 if you're interested in getting a vendor booth. So there's 2 QR codes there, the tickets and then the vendors. So Ozark Civic Center, and
Yeah,
it's
I've
going to
been
be a
near
great
there
event.
before.
It's a lot of fun there.
It's a nice little town.
It is, and I love the fact that the prices are lower there than here. So this is the poster they have out about me, and that one. I thought that
You
one.
look fierce in that picture. You just look
This
all.
one.
Yes, you're just like,
Oh,
I don't know how to put it. You just look fierce. You do.
well,
And
thank
Then
you.
you can still
the
rent an
pictures on that
apartment for
same sheet were
$750
awesome.
down there.
Oh, yeah. You know what? When we went to the that con last year, there was a rattlesnake, an eastern diamondback rattlesnake, and I know the
Oh.
different types of rattlesnakes. And it started on one end of the road and had crossed the road, and the tail had not left the other side yet. And we
Ooh.
ran over it. We had no way of missing it. And I bet you it was that big around. It's
Oh
the
my
size of a
God.
grapefruit. And then darn if we didn't hit another one. It was like, oh my God, they've got rattlesnake crossings here.
Yeah.
That's
He did
crazy.
fine.
They're probably
Yeah.
warning people so they don't get into a wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have
true.
signs there.
But those are some serious bump the bump kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It was quite a speed bump.
Oh, yeah.
Whew, it was insane.
They're poisonous
I
as
don't know.
hell,
Chris
too.
lost connection or what?
I'm still here.
The
I
other
mean,
one.
Christopher, Chris, the in the class guy. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Well,
I
thank you
wonder-
for letting me come on, and I loved the trip. It was great, and we will get back with some evidence and stuff too.
Well,
It was
cool.
fun. It was very fun.
We'll have to come back on once we have a chance because, I mean, truly, we have not been home but just a few hours.
Oh, I know. We basically a day, but I'll be honest with you. I napped some later today because I was just tired. It was, and I don't sleep as good as you guys do. And I hear Luna.
Yes, she's out. She's curled up on my thigh. She didn't even speak to her daddy. Whenever he came in, and we had just came back, from Wilmington. The
Mhm.
girls were asleep on the sofa. He came in and said their names, and they cracked their little eyes open and looked at Daddy, and they couldn't move. They were
They were
just so
so
tired.
They did so good though. Even coming back, they really did. They
Yeah,
did.
You know what's weird? When you guys
What?
were talking about that ship, I kept hearing echoing and EVPs and high-pitched hum in my ears.
Oh, really? Maybe you were picking up on something. That is how you. That is how you roll, my friend.
Yeah, I was picking up on it. I was like, what the?
Well, I've got somebody that has been messing with me the whole time we've been on. So you could have heard that too, Christopher. If you figure out what it is, please let me know.
Yeah, I need to get someone here to clean it up. Could your producer do that?
So Christopher Gwynn is a retired paramedic.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if you were aware of that, but that
Yeah.
is something you two have in common.
So, yeah, this needs to be cleaned up. I'm kind of curious because it was really, really distracting me. They really came in loud.
Well, they were all up on me. That's why I said I was getting that fog when I was trying to tell the story. It was just they were just there. When I get off of here, I'll have to walk around outside and get my head clear like I do. And but my flashlight's been going off the whole time, and somebody's wanting me to know something. I don't know what it is, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's wanting something to say, isn't it? They're all like,
but I'm not quite like Lee. I can't get everything at one time. I'm still getting there.
It's coming.
Yeah, still working with it, and it's just a little different. But you guys, if you had been there with Blaine and Chris and I out there with that guy from the hotel, I swear his eyes got like, I don't. It's. I wish I'd videoed it. He was so funny. I think we scared the mess out of him.
Yeah, he was. Some of the folks there were being a little bit hard to deal with, so we got our little.
That's okay. We had a good time anyway.
Yes, we did.
We know where not to go next time, and we're gonna even better. Yep. We'll try to make it a yearly thing and have a good time, and maybe we can do it when it's just a little bit cooler or something. That would be cool too. And next time I'm taking some extra strength. Well, I already have like 75 and 100 sunblock, but we're gonna have to do something different. But it was good, and I got to give 100% to the lifeguards.
Oh my gosh, that's something else. The undertow was so bad, Christopher, that there were 4 people that had to be rescued. Those lifeguards had to be exhausted.
Oh yeah, they had to be. I mean, they were working, and that was just our little area, and they were up and down the beach.
Best way to swim in a type of current like that is like this.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
not against it.
We weren't going out far. It was these. I don't know what they were thinking because you could stand there, and it wasn't even splashing up to your knees, and you could just feel it. Just it was hard.
At an early age, I learned how to use them undertows because I'm weak in upper body. I learned how to get them to wherever I needed to go.
Oh, okay.
Or you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like in Panama City Beach, there's the Navy base out there. It's like 5 or 6 miles from a hotel, and I do so there. So I just basically align myself and I let the current take me there. What do you think of that?
Yeah, you have to be so careful.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, but when you have a disability like I got, you learn how to make use of what's out there in nature.
That's true.
You do.
Undertows are very dangerous, but if you know how to take advantage of them, you can get to and fro on the coast pretty easily. Are you surprised at that?
Actually, I'm not so surprised, but it's still very impressive.
It don't require a lot of strength, unlike going against it, but you knew that the direction of the current was going to where you're going.
So I just wanted to remind everybody.
You're all good. You know what I mean by that?
I do. If you can get your mind organized where you need to be going, and then you know how to get there, just keep your thoughts, that'll keep you from getting in a bad situation. Tales in the Dark, you can find that one on Amazon, and this one is So You Think Your Kid is Psychic, also on Amazon. This one is on Walmart.com, Goodreads, Books A Million. What was the other one? It's not Books A Million. The other one is.
Oh my God!
I don't know. They're everywhere. Goodreads, yeah. There's a bunch of them, and so I was just asking everybody to please go out there. If you've read the book, you're welcome to go on Audible, and you can listen to it going down the road so that you don't have to sit down and read. And I think it's going to be, I think it'll be an interesting read. Family Spirit has gotten a lot more readers. And there's another one that's called Parapsychology 101 that I don't have the photo of. Please, if you listen to it or if you read it, please, give me a rating. It's going to be something that helps us. And that way I can, get it together and afford to be able to do another book. It's not so easy. Also, please don't forget that Repossessed is going to be airing in Canada finally. It was filmed in Canada, and it's going to be aired by the History Channel in Canada. And so it's a wonderful time, and we're trying to get people to watch it in the United States and Japan right now because it is on Hulu, Disney Plus, Apple TV, and Roku. So please give us your time. And also, don't forget about the Paracons that I have coming up. It's going to be so much fun. This one is the Deep South Paracomic-Con that also has horror mixed in. And that one is going to be September 14th and 15th. And then the amazing historic Fitzpatrick Hotel, and that's July the 12th and 13th. And this one is put together by Patrick Welsh, who is the founder of Savannah, Georgia Paranormal, and Marjorie Linnell of Hourglass Tours. All righty. So with all of that, Gwen, do you have any last thoughts before we close for the night?
Out to the Fikes, Teresa.
Yes.
Thank you,
Teresa
so
and Stan. Thank you so much for being such wonderful hosts. And Teresa just said, we are looking forward to seeing y'all again in September. Yes.
Ma'am.
So
Yes,
I am so ready for that. Also, thank you, Margie, for watching the show. Thank you, David. Thank you to Tracy and Thomas and many others. I can see
can't see them all.
Yeah, I can't get them all together. But also, Teresa, thank you. And we are so looking forward to seeing you in September. So I'm going to go back here to my ghost posts. And Christopher, do you have any last thoughts before we close?
I'm impressed with your guests. Amazing.
Thank
people.
you. They are very amazing. These are some of the best of the best. They're great students. They're great teachers. They're great learners. They're very supportive, and they've got all the honor in the world. And because of that, they're going to go far.
You're going to make me cry. You know me.
I would like to discuss with you about, I wish someone would investigate the Roanoke colony in the Outer Banks, which is like 4 or 5 hours from you.
That would be amazing.
That's where my family is originally from, when they
from Roanoke.
On my mom's side, the Spivey family.
I didn't know that.
You know, the ones that I'm connected to you by DNA match.
That's right.
And
I need your help with something. Will you stay after the show?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead, since we've only got 2 minutes left. I'm going to do the Native American blessing, and then we'll close for tonight. All right. So, I can't see it. It's got stuff on it. Why me?
Clear here. I see it.
You can see. Well, you read it, Christopher.
O great spirit, whose voice we hear in the winds, and whose breath gives life to the entire world, hear us. We are small and weak. We need your strength and wisdom. Let us walk in beauty and make our eyes ever behold the red and purple sunset. Have our hands respect the things you have made, and have our ears sharp to hear your voice. Make us wise so that we may understand the things you have taught our people. Let us hear the lessons you have hidden in every leaf and rock. We need strength, not to be greater than our brothers, but to fight our greatest enemy, ourselves. Have us always ready to come to you with clean hands and strengthen our eyes. So when life fades as a fading sunset, our spirit may come to you without shame.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Thank you for reading it. And thank you, everyone, for watching the show tonight and for sharing it and for being willing to help me with all these little things. You know, you guys are the best ever. Also, I do have a few more comments I want to throw out there. Becky Evans was watching and she said she can't wait. She's going to, it looks like she's going to the Fitzpatrick. And Bob Burnell was watching, and he's like, "Hello, everybody!" And he was wanting you to put your camera down a little bit, so that's all good. All right, now we can see you. So thank you so much for watching, and I think that yes, there are some disembodied voices here. That's I'm sure there are. So if you have heard anything or saw anything, or have seen anything that you feel is paranormal, please let us know. And so we're going to close the show. Have a great show, great night tonight, and we will see you again next week.
I would be
All right.